All right, so it is Monday, January 6th, about 7 o'clock, and just got over here to the range, same as every day. But overall, feeling pretty decent about my swing. I think things are finally starting to take shape, starting to hit the ball a little straighter. Yesterday, to recap, definitely was focusing more on pushing the club out, so head outside the club head outside the hands, and then taking it on the inside through the ball, and that worked really well. I got to be a little more patient because I still rush my shots, but overall things worked as they should have yesterday, which felt great. The best improvement that I would say is that since I'm moving more efficiently, I'm no longer in quite a bit of pain from swinging terribly. So my hip doesn't feel as bad, my back feels pretty good. I'm still a little tight in the muscles, but that's, as to be expected when you're doing something every day. So, yeah, overall, feels like it's in a good place. Feel like we're making some progress. I think yesterday was a really good session. Today, going to focus on a little bit more of the same. I think, it's a bad habit that I have to kind of whip the club inside before I get to about the waist height or parallel. And so what I really need to do is keep working on that that outside takeaway, and then I'll probably also work on the weight shift, specifically not side to side but front to back. And so I noticed that a lot of my shots the last few days I would sit into my heels when I started my swing, which feels good to me because I always feel like I'm falling over. But I think really what I need to do is I need to start more in the middle of my foot, and then as I get to the top of the swing, feel it collect in my heel, and then go. So I think that's kind of the plan. Those are the two things I'm going to work on. Like I said, the other one I worked on yesterday, so this will really just be a layer on top of that. And just trying to keep it really simple today, trying to hit straight shots, trying to keep the muscles working and keep the muscle memory going. So yeah, that's kind of the goal. So they are closing at 7:45 tonight, so I got to get inside and start hitting some golf balls and get moving. So I'll see you in there. Okay, well, you know, that was a decent range session. I felt pretty good. I kind of did all the things that I wanted to, but I'd say maybe the last like 10 shots I was pretty rushed, and that's just because they closed. I wasn't necessarily paying attention to the clock, and I wanted to get through all 35, 40 golf balls. And so that's a little bit on me. But you probably saw that I was hitting quite a few straight shots. I did hit a couple draws. I think the first shot I hit was a draw, but I really took it like pretty heavy, and like I hit the turf pretty hard. And so even though it was a better swing, it wasn't a great result. So I'm okay with that as long as I'm moving in the right direction. And I know that it's just going to take a lot of time to get through this. So normally, whenever I'm swinging well, hitting well, I can hit like a little 5-yard or like 10-foot draw, which is like my perfect shot shape. It makes me, it makes me confident that I'm swinging inside to out. It means that my timing is pretty good, and it also just means that I'm relaxed and I can get all the way back to the position that I want to. So that's normally what it looks like when I'm swinging well. And so for me, kind of like hitting little fades or like a slice or even a shank, which I did have one today, I know that something is still a little bit off. So got to keep working on things. I think now that I've got those two things with like a full day of practice, I think the next thing to work on is probably, it's probably my arm structure. And so I tend to get pretty long in my backswing, and I will either come across the body, so my arm will kind of like fold into my chest and my arms will get way behind me, or I just kind of like let my wrists go and things get really loose up at the top. So both of those are bad. I don't know which one I'll end up working on first, but the arm structure is a huge thing for me. So I think that's probably the next move. I think that's probably the next video. But yeah, it's a grind. Filming and editing videos every single day is definitely tough. It's getting a little better now that we're 6 days in. But yeah, I think my goal is to film some sort of video or post some sort of video almost every day this year. I have never done that before, and I don't really know like what it's going to take or like how it's going to work out. I know there's going to be days where I don't want to do it. I know there's going to be days where I don't practice, or when I just have other things going on, or I'm not in town, or whatever it is. So I'm optimistic that I can follow through on that. I would like to make it through Quitter's Day, which I think is 2 weeks after the first day of the year, right? It's like January 15th, 14th, something like that. So we got to make it through Quitter's Day and then kind of see how the rest of this goes. But yeah, super pumped with how things are going. But that's kind of the end of day 6. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still here, then give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, because there's a lot more videos coming. I mean, there's a lot. That might be too many. Either way, hope you enjoyed. See you next time.